Hey, this is Andrew Brown. In this video, we're going to take a look at SageMaker Canvas. I'm going to tell you right off the bat, do not use this service. I do not want you to end up with spend. Over here, you can see I had a significant spend over a few days just by accidentally leaving on SageMaker Canvas. It is very hard to tell when it's running and when it's not running, so I don't want you to have that issue. I want to show you two things in here. Data Wrangler. Maybe we'll look at, we'll look at what we can look into here, okay? But I just want you to be very careful when using SageMaker Canvas. And again, just watch, do not do. We'll go here on the left-hand side to Canvas. You might have to create something to get started. Notice that we have something launched here. There is a free tier for this, but if you're outside that free tier like me, that's where you're gonna run into issues. But again, because it's so easy to end up with spend, I do not want you touching the service. Let's go ahead and open it up, and this is going to spin up. So it's going to redirect it, and it is now spinning up compute for this to work. And I'm going to go over and just show you the pricing here so it's very, very clear what's going on here. But if we go into pricing here and we scroll on down, it's $1.90 to run the workspace instance, which is the Canvas studio itself. So we'll wait until this is ready, okay? All right, so we are now in SageMaker Canvas, and we'll just take a bit of exploration. So let's go take a look at Data Wrangler. I'm not sure if we can get any examples for Data Wrangler, but we need to import some data first. We'll go tabular here. And yeah, so they have examples of data here, all different kinds. We'd have to explore the data to really make sense of it, but I'm going to go ahead and choose something that might look a little bit normal to me here. This has a lot of cells. That's just too much. Let's go take housing and 10 columns, 1,000 rows. So that seems more manageable to import. And so we'll go ahead here and import that data. Sample your data set for faster exploration. Your full data set will be used for data export and model build. So here we're just taking a look at what we have for data. So we have longitude, latitude, housing, medium, total rooms, things like that. Pretty simple information, nothing crazy to do here, but it's just saying let's sample the data randomly. So we'll go ahead and do that. I'm not sure what I chose for the sample amount. I do not care. And we will open this up. And so now we're in data flow, data flow Wrangler. So here we have our source, and then there's the data types. Again, I don't use this very often, so I'm more used to the older one. But we go here and I guess see our data, and then we have analysis. So maybe we can make graphs here. But let's go ahead and see what we can add. So there should be a way to add nodes here. I guess we just hit plus here, and so maybe we say add transformation, because they say there's like 200, 300 transformations here. And so maybe we can go here and do something. So dimensionality reduction, balance the data. So I'm not sure. We're seeing the information here. Again, I'm not a data person, so I'm just going to tell you I'm going to do a terrible job of this. And so maybe what we have to do is click into one of these. Okay. Balance the data for binary classification problems using random oversampling. See, that's not really useful because we're not doing binary classification. I mean, we don't know what we're doing, but, like we have these values, and let's say we wanted to predict what something would cost in the future based on the house prices. I'm just trying to think of things that we could do. Go here, just play around with it, add this. Again, for the level of certification we're doing, we don't really need to know what to do. Looks like we could also chat and say, like, what could we do with our data? That'd be nice to know. No, this is more about visualizing our data for data exploratory. But anyway, we have this here. And, and the old one was very clear about all the things you could add. This is not as clear again. So again, I apologize. I'm not a super expert in this one. I thought, I remember there being like hundreds and hundreds before, but this one here is just not as clear to me about what is going on here. So yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure exactly what to do with this. But it's an ETL pipeline, right? You're just transforming data and doing things with it. And it has some exploratory options here. So we'll call this done. So interesting, it says you can create a model here. I'm not sure what we'd create a model of. Oh, okay, I see. So this is a way for us to launch a model from our data into the into the autopilot, which they don't even call it autopilot here. Like, where is it? It's just MLOps. I think when you deploy the model, it shows up here in deployments. Let's go over to here to my models. Okay, so this is where autopilot is. So if we go here, we can create a new model. And so we have these options here: predictive analysis, image analysis, text analysis, fine-tuning a model. So let's say we wanted to do predictive analysis, which most likely is probably what we want to do with that data. We could go here and choose this. And so here they're talking about our data set. So maybe we could bring a data set in that's already here. So, I mean, we're back into the housing sample data set. I was hoping to bring Data Wrangler in there, but I guess you'd have to launch it from Data Wrangler to do that. And so we'll select that. So we say select a column to predict. So maybe total rooms, right? And again, I'm more familiar with the old one, but we'll take a look here and see what we can do. So to build a model with this data set, select the target column and numeric prediction as the model type. And so here it looks like it already chose it for us. And so it looks like we can choose different ones, but obviously we're predicting a number, so that kind of makes sense. Let's go over here. What other options do we have? So we have other options to calculate this. I guess that's whatever. So I guess we could do is go ahead and we have quick build or standard build. So it takes 2 to 15 minutes, but you can't share the build models. I don't care about that. So let's go ahead and hit quick build. I figured there'd be like more information for us to look at here or to choose. Okay. Like, what are we doing when we checkbox these off, on and off? Nothing. It's taking the data in I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. But let's just see if it works and it can predict, right? So we'll go ahead and hit quick build and hit that button. And it's going to start doing something. So we're going to just hold on here for 15 minutes and we'll come back and see what we get. All right, so we are back. And how was it difficult for you to build a model? It was not difficult. It was pretty easy. It was very easy, but you know, so much is abstracted away. I cannot tell what is happening. The old AutoML for SageMaker Studio Classic is better. Okay. And I'm just going to go ahead and share that feedback with them because honestly, I do think that the old one is a bit better, even though it's a little bit more complex. But here we have household, and so I guess it's going out here and making predictions. So we can go ahead and now make a prediction, I guess. Let's just do a single prediction. And so, you know, if we were to change these values, then we get a prediction. Now, if we change anything, what if we say household medium age is, can we change these values here? 72. We'll say update the prediction. And then it makes a new prediction. So, yeah, that's that there, whatever. So I'm going to go ahead here and just delete this as we're done with this. And with Data Wrangler, I'm not exactly sure how we pipe it into the one, but we'll go ahead and delete that. Not so impressed with that. Probably if we were over here, well, I guess we'd have to deploy our model to see the ML operations, but I don't want to deploy one here today. We have ready to use models. This is very straightforward. We open up something like text detection and image, and there it is. You can upload your own images and play around with this. This stuff is not that exciting, right? You put in text in here and it will extract out text and show you this stuff. We can see these things in other managed AWS services. Why they have it here, I don't know. I guess it's a little bit more flexible. This might have an API specifically to this. I do not know. We also have the ability to train GenAI foundational models or do other stuff here. So Access foundational models powered by Amazon Bedrock SageMaker Jumpstart. We'll go ahead and click on this. So this one's just an interface, just like Bedrock, as far as I remember. Right, and so here I can just select a model. We'll say Titan or maybe Claude. And it talks about pricing here, and I can just start working with it. So just write something in here. It's going to not know what I'm saying. Yeah, I don't know what that means. There you go. So pretty straightforward. So I just want to show you that if you go back to SageMaker Canvas here and you click on Canvas, look, you can't tell that it's running, right? There's no way to know that there's active spend whatsoever. Terrible, terrible UI. Bottom left corner, let's click the log out button. We'll log out here. and we're now logging out of SageMaker Canvas. But the thing is that are we truly logged out? I do not know because there's no indicator to me when I'm logged in or logged out because of the way the UI works. But yeah, there we go. See you in the next one. Ciao.